Hey everybody and welcome back to Andrew Channel International. I am Andrew and this is Central America in 1428. Actually, we are now covering almost, let's say, we are covering the biggest region, the biggest kingdom in Central America. The peninsula of Yucatan is under the control of the Maya kingdom, and our king, Ayau Hagen II Akocom of the family of Hakocom, is our leader. The great thing of the last episode, if you followed it, was the centralization. We managed finally to bring our kingdom to a level of centralization that allows us to reduce the proximity malus of our provinces, but still we do not have a market that allows us to get all the goods we need. So that's why we are currently fighting a war against some tribes in Mexico, in the north, let's say northern Mexico, and maybe after this war we will have enough vassals to feed our thirst for tools, stone, and all what we need. So let's get started, and the first thing I'm gonna do, I'm going to check my cabinet because I'm missing one politician, one cabinet member. Is going to improve our diplomatic reputation, which is going to help the annexation of the vassal of Chohol. We are going to push south, and this is beautiful. We have also a colony, which is increasing super slowly. The progress is super slow in a region with copper. We will do our best. And now what we are going to do, we are going to try to win the war against all vassals of our neighbor. And the problem, the fact is here, I cannot move all my armies through the territory of other independent tribes. So what I'm going to do, I will try to bribe them and purchase the right of passing through their land. And as soon as I will have the right amount of diplomats, I am going to ask for a peace. I will sue for a peace because currently we are winning really massively the war. But stop. November 1428, we have the Consort regency, and yeah, I thought about that. Our king is dead, and the queen, Eata is the regent. She's incredibly bad. I can ennoble her, giving points to the aristocracy, because she was not... I have to pick also a place. Alright. And I'm not going to marry her anymore. I just hope that in 5 years, Baak Chokitsama will be 16. And considering that we paid for his high studies, and considering that he's a smart guy, we might see the first king really, with all the characteristics to rule. But now he's 11 years old. He cannot ascend to the throne, right? He cannot. Now let's ask for the military access. We are not able to get any military access. This is this is problematic, because without military access we cannot continue the war. So we have to stick to the current progress. And what I could do, let me check if I could actually vassalize enough people. I can, of course, capture provinces, but oh, yes. If I ask it, Teotitlan could be a vassal, which is wonderful, but I also want Mam to become a vassal, and that would be accepted. So, I could close the war right here, right now, getting 2 vassals, Mam, which is very big, and it's expanding also on the other side of the ocean. That was my original goal. I want also to touch the other coast and have it under my control. And then also here we have some vassals that might help us. Let me do that. They might help us with the market. Let's decrease our levies. And as soon as we have enough diplomatic points, we are going to improve the relations over time with the other vassals, which is beautiful, because now look at the map. Okay, there are still some war borders, but ignore them. All the green here is under our control. So Hol will be a next, and Maham will be the next one, which means that Kak Chikel will be probably our next goal, so that all the area, all the Central America which is populated will be under our control. And now we are having a massive problem with food and money, as always. Yes, sir. Japan is importing again a massive amount of food, and I believe that the issue is the army. I believe that when I draft my levies, people are not working in the fields, and when they're back, they need to get back to work in the fields to get mice or to hunt, and we do not have enough food. But it's okay. I don't worry that much. What I'm going to do, I will definitely cancel all the market automation. So I am going to cancel this, and I'm going to trade only, first of all what is suggested for the colonies. First of all, so stone, glass, and so on, and then we go for the food import. We are getting cattle, mice, fruit, fish, honey, everything what is necessary to keep our market full and fed. And I think that in February we will fix the problem here with the economy. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I was right, and I I was scared for a little moment. I was thinking, okay, now I said that, and if the deficit is even worse, I am, you know, you could have mocked me, but actually I was right. So I just had to wait until my farmers went back and import food for this month, and now everything is fine. Good. So we need to improve the relations with every vassal. We need to keep increasing control in our cities, and now the control is maximum. So when a region is maximum control, I just move south. I've already increased the control in all the northern area. We just move south slowly. And another thing we always keep an eye on are the values. All right, let's check this. We can encourage the revival of our rural attraction. Well, I'm very happy, because I go full traditional economy and I'm going full stability. Having 78 stability point in our kingdom is very important. Having traditional economy is also very important, because as you can see, our food production is now very high, and also the raw material output is high. Raw material meaning also timber and stone, which we need dramatically. And we can also support more population. The buildings are more expensive, but at least they work. And what I like the most is the centralization. So now we have a discount of 2.6% proximity cost, which is higher than the best technology that we had so far. And I'm going to check this. I'm definitely going to check. By the way, keep importing what we need for the state. Man, let's do this. And food, because the money are not a problem right now. And with all this import, maybe also the economy will increase. Nevertheless, so keep increasing control, keep building, keep thriving. And now that we have also one extra diplomat, I go to Teotihuacan, and I'm going to improve the relations with them. It's incredible that we have now a vassal which is so close to Azcapotzalco, which is, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that this is the current, yes, exactly. This is Tenochtitlan. This is the current Mexico City, right? And of course, back in time, there were several different settlements. Tenochtitlan was the real capital that later on became the famous Aztec capital. And we're not that far anymore. We are really messing with the Aztecs. But we are stronger at this point in time, because they didn't yet create the Montezuma Empire, okay? So this is also good for us, because on one hand we are protecting ourselves from the arrival of the Europeans, but on the other hand we are also protecting ourselves from the Aztecs that are not nicer and sweet. They would try to eat us alive, of course, if we are weaker than them. This is not a game of being nice, it's a game of hegemony, and we try to be the hegemon of this area. And we are almost succeeding, in my opinion, but still we need a lot of a lot of work. And we might hit now 3 million individuals. 3 million individuals, my friends, is a lot. A lot of people. They will die all. They will all die. We will have probably 200, 300,000 inhabitants after the sickness. I mean, I've never played that, but I believe so. What I could unlock finally is the legalism, which would kill my stability and my money, but it would give me... We have legalism because we basically self-developed a sort of structure like the Romans did back in time with the legal system, but now we have the Maya system. The problem is that it takes a lot of time and it's very expensive. So we could definitely use... Well, we don't have any institution here, right? No. I will keep an eye on this and check if the cost in stability decreases in time, or it's just about some money, you know? We have a 28.12% spread. Okay, where is it coming from? I don't know. Could it be that maybe the Portuguese have already had some contact with some other guys in the area, and now we feel their presence? Wow, that would be crazy. That would be crazy. Let's continue with the control. Let's keep control now. We went to Puk, we go to Guayaquil, and also here we can increase the control of our province, and we are doing really a ton of money. If only could increase my lumber production, that would be crazy, but as you can see, that's not the case. So we are saving money, and now the cost of legalism is slowly going down and slowly spreading, which means that instead of increasing control, I might consider increasing... let me see if I can increase the institution. No, I can't do that here. I can't. Now, let's delete all the market automation for 1 second, automatize everything, lose a lot of money for a month, and then leave the artificial intelligence taking care of all these plus and minus, because I really, seriously, I don't care. I don't want to follow that, but I need to spend more money in the court, definitely, so that the court legitimacy increases, and that's it. All right, I think so. Perfect. By the way, our little genius is 14 years old now, and he's a 496140. Again, he's not a genius at all, but he has expensive education and he's gregarious, meaning that when he will be 16, probably he will reach 70 or 75 Diplo points, which is already, I mean, I think it's a fine value. It's okay. So why not? Let's check again. Yeah, the institution spread is extremely slow, but until we have cancel, until we see that we have other technologies that we can study, I'm not going to pay for an extra institution, because now, for example, we could build boats and galleys, and this is something I might consider doing, but let's see. And we have the bonus of centralization. Centralized state for 10 years, more efficiency, more monthly control. I love it. I love it because this is going to help us everywhere, increasing control everywhere and getting money everywhere. Let me check one thing now. I want to see the proximity. Do you remember that here the proximity was -1 and it still is -1? If we go just one region north, now it increased to 24%. So our centralization, this region was almost without control. Now it has 24% proximity. It means that this is our range of control now. And I like it a lot. I really like it. I think I need to increase ties with the neighbors to have the possibility of losing 7 points of stability. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to fabricate a casus belli on these guys here in the south, which they will hate me probably, but I don't mind, because I am... If Mam becomes a loyal vassal, maybe Mam can already attack Chikel, and then we have also our expansion on that area. And I don't know if they will accept it, but we can see. We can see. Now the cost of legalism is higher. Even if the spread is 30.01, I think that if we want to get legalism, we will really need to invest a ton of stability, and I might be open to do that. Guys, this is an experiment. This whole series is an experiment. I have no idea if I will succeed, and I think that this is the fun part of it. It's a big experiment with a game I played before it was released, yes, but let's not forget that I might make a big mistake. I'm not going to raise all levies right now, just let's say the vassal part, and when I have like 2,000-3,000 troops, I'm fine, and I will move them south and I will take the control of our new vassal. Now our expansion is big. And I'm going to take also this general is moving directly towards the capital of the enemy. This is the second war in this episode. I became more aggressive lately because I know that in 50 years the Europeans might destroy my dream, you know. So I need to figure out how to fix this. Let's move on. Let's push our morale up, and now let's try to follow the enemy army while the vassals are taking control of their capital, which is brilliant. So it works very well. No, they're attaching actually. They're following me, attaching me, and which is also fine because we're gonna win the war. And we get also a gift from the nobility. Now we have almost 1,000 ducats, which is, I believe, too much. I need to start investing this. I was hoping to get the event of the roads, so I have the parliamentary discussion of the roads, but I didn't get it, so to have a discount. But it seems that we are in a war against others, right? No, not really. So why do I have only 22%? Did I forget to capture the capital of the enemy, or I don't get it? Because we crashed them. They have no army anymore, they have 800 people, and we got their capital and their cities. And still, as you can see, it's so tricky. Maybe this was the capital. Maybe yes. Maybe yes. 21% still. I don't get it. Let's say I don't want to attach any army because doing this way, the artificial intelligence of my vassals will move them and they will fight the little armies here and there that are trying to liberate their country, their mother country. And now we have a 77. Yes, that's what I was expecting. Perfect. I think we can vassalize them. And we are importing food. I really can't believe this. I can't believe that this is real. We are importing more food. Okay. I'm not going to touch the market. I'm fully aware that it will fix itself in a couple of months. This is the problem we have with food. One thing I want to check are the markets. Oh, wait a second. We have a new Ajao. Yes, Ajao Itzama, the second Kokom, actually managed to become an adult, and he has 69 as diplomat, so he's not so bad as the father and the mother, but he's still, let's say, middle ranged, is mediocre. I don't really like his statistics, but there is nothing I can do right now. Let me check the Mayapan market. No, I go back. Noi Peten is a market, and now we are getting the market of Kushkatan. All right. I would really like to create a market that includes everything, and maybe with this amount of money I can do it. But this is something I need to figure out, probably without recording in one of the next episodes, right? And we keep increasing province control. Now we go even souther, where we can increase control once again. Reach 41.4 in Neupeten is good, because that's a good market. And now I want to check. Yes! Yes, guys! It's the first time in my life I see Natskahan 3% proximity. We did it. We did it. We finally brought proximity where there was no proximity. And this is all because of the centralization effort. Soon we will be much more advanced. We have a sort of legalism. We can lose prestige. We have a sort of legalism going on, which is increasing the efficiency of our government. The legalism spread also by another 4%. So now it would cost only 70 stability point, and before it was like 73, more or less. So it slowly goes in the direction that I like. But I'm pretty sure that if I go to money and I want to increase the lumber, it tells me there is no lumber, there are no tools. And here in Neupeten, I built these huge tool guilds, and they're not working because they do not have stone. So it's crazy, but there is nothing I can do here. I should import more stone, probably. Emergent from... Okay. It seems that we have an artist that is coming to us. Okay, fine. Fine. Let's improve the relations. Always relation improvement. Improving relations. The annexation here is going quickly. In 6 years of time, we are going to annex also Chool. And then let's see. If I go to the market, I told you I wanted to go to market and create a new market. I could actually do a new market in Chakanputum. The problem is that what happens then here? What happens in this market? What happens to my Japan? Are we getting more market, or I don't know. I have no clue. I could build a lumber mill, but it will require tools, so I cannot do it. What I could actually do is a big road which is bringing to the south towards our new vassal. So we invest almost 1,000. We have invested 800 ducats to extend the road that from our capital goes south, and one day it will reach the Atlantic Ocean, and that's brilliant. That's beautiful to see. Okay, another problem with food now. I don't know why, and we are getting much less money. And if I go here, I'm sure that, yeah, my Japan, our capital, is buying a shit ton of food. 30.1 ducats. We are so stacked, my friends. We are so stacked. And I think that the only solution here is technology. I'm quite sure. I'm not studying any other advancement of the Renaissance. I'm studying all the advancements of the Age of Tradition. And when I will have the fortified borders, so in 2, 3, 4 technologies here, I will be done. I will have to unlock. I will have to unlock the legalism. All right. Okay, the money is not an issue anymore. Wow, a lot of wars, very interesting. And if I go to buildings, food, let me see. No, goods actually. I want to try to invest in RGOs. I open the RGO builder, and wherever I see money and I see that I can improve, I will do it. But look at this, without lumber we are stuck. We cannot do that. We cannot do that. All right. What a mess. What a mess. And also the roads are no longer available because we need sand. So we need to wait and wait and wait. We can lose some opinion in exchange of prestige, which is good. We hit 3 million inhabitants. I think I'm gonna stop here for this episode, because I really need to see if I can really get a strong stability hit, but legalism in my capital. And then with legalism, I might be able to study new technologies and also new buildings and new tools and new production methods. And maybe this is going to bring us to the point where we can unlock the full potential of our economy. For now, what we have unlocked is the full potential of our military and diplomacy. So you can see that all this area, including Teotihuacan, is Maya, and we are the absolute leader of Central America. That's for sure. No one could attack us. Everybody would be obliterated by us, but still we are a very underdeveloped power, considering the potential that we have, the people, the resources. We just need to learn how to use the best out of them and then crush our enemies. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching and see you next time.